Hello students, hope all are staying home and healthy. Okay, let us continue our lesson for today. See, in last lesson we have learnt about various kinds of synthetic fibers such as rayon, polymers we have learnt about, and then we have learnt about rayon and nylon in the last class, and the properties of rayon and nylon. Okay, what are the raw materials used to prepare rayon and nylon, then their properties and their usage also we have learnt. Now in this class we are going to start with another two synthetic fibers which are very famous, polyester and acrylic. What are they? Polyester and acrylic. See, polyester is just another synthetic fiber. Till now you have learnt about rayon and nylon. Just similarly, this is another synthetic fiber. Fabric made from this fiber does not get wrinkled easily. That means whenever we are using a polyester cloth, it looks perfect. See, even though you stay with that cloth from morning to evening, it won't wrinkle so easily. So you look tidy always. So the people prefer to buy polyester clothes. Why? Because lot of starching and ironing is not required for polyester cloth. It remains crisp and is easy to wash. Okay, the two main things why the people are preferring this polyester is it remains crisp, means it looks neat because it won't get wrinkled so easily like our cotton. So it looks crisp and it is easy to wash. So it is quite suitable for making dress materials. That's why this polyester is chosen to prepare dress materials. You must have seen people wearing polyester shirts and other dresses, isn't it? Terling is a popular polyester. One more polyester they are talking about. Remind all these to me. Okay, afterwards we'll make a list of all the types of polyesters we have learned today. Okay. Terling is a popular polyester. One more popular polyester is terling. Different variant in polyester is terling. It can be drawn into very fine fibers that can be woven. See, it can be drawn into very fine fibers that can be woven like any other yarn. This terling also can be drawn into very fine fibers, means very fine threads, so that they can prepare lightweight garments with it. So terling is also another famous variant of polyester. Then see, this girl is talking about something. Let us see here. My mother always buys PET bottles and PET jars for storing rice and sugar. I wonder what PET is. Isn't it? Usually we won't say even it as PET. We directly say PET bottle. Usually you will all be getting water bottles to school, isn't it? So mostly you will be bringing plastic kind of water bottles. Actually they are PET bottles. Otherwise in the kitchen also you will see so many transparent or semi-transparent jars in which your mother will be storing all her items, kitchen items. Okay, those are also, if you see below them, it will be written as PET jar, PET jar it will be written. What is exactly this PET, she is wondering. You will come to know now what exactly is PET. See here, the full form of PET is polyethylene terephthalate. Okay, what is it? Polyethylene terephthalate is PET. Okay, it is a very familiar form of polyester, we all know. It is also just like terling. This is also one more form of polyester which is very very famous, because nowadays every now and then you people keep changing your water bottles, isn't it? Why? Because they are affordable. That means you can buy them. They are coming at a reasonable rate. So you will be, if you lose one bottle also, you won't mind that much. You go the next day and buy another bottle, because it may cost some 100 rupees, isn't it? So it is very very famous. Not only bottles, it is used to make utensils also, small small cups in which you will be eating the snacks and all, will be in different colors of PET. Okay, so these utensils are also made from that. Films means the camera rolls. Okay, those kind of photo negatives used to be there before. Nowadays we have all come into digital photography, but previously cameras were having rolls. Okay, usually on the negatives only the film used to come, and then they used to develop that negative into a photo. Okay, so such kind of films were also made. Don't think these like normal our movies. This film is not movie. Okay, the film means the rolls inside the cameras. Okay, huge cameras, they'll have films which captures the motion pictures. Okay, those type of films. Then wires and many other useful products are prepared from PET. What is PET? Polyethylene terephthalate. Okay, then look around and make a list of things made of polyester. Very easy. Already they have only given a list here. Some more you can definitely find out which are made out of PET. So try to make a list of them. Whenever you want to make a list, write that list in your homework book. Just keep the heading as this chapter's name, and in the homework book you can start making a list of various things made out of polyester. Then some more information they are giving regarding the polyester. Polyester means, as the name suggests, it is poly plus ester. Poly means we have learnt already in the previous video. Poly means it's a Greek word which means many. Poly means many. Ester is another chemical. Okay, so polyester is actually made up of repeating units of a chemical called ester. So many esters joined together. Okay, just like the beads necklace you have seen, and I told you small beads come to tie together to a rope forms a necklace. In the same way, so many repeating units of ester will form our polyester. Esters are the chemicals which give fruits their smell. What are exactly the esters? Esters are the chemicals which give the fruits their smell. That is, when you are opening a banana, see, when your friend is opening up a banana, you are closing your eyes also, you can tell that of course he is eating a banana, because banana has its own kind of smell. In the same way, mango has its own kind of smell. So even though you close your eyes, and when mother is cutting out a mango next to you, immediately you can tell her that it's a mango she is going to give you, isn't it? That kind of smell is given by esters to the fruits. Okay, fabrics are also sold by some names called as polycot, polywool, terrycot, etc. See, as their name suggests, no need to tell. We can immediately understand polycot is nothing but polyester plus cotton. Polywool is nothing but polyester plus wool. Terrycot is terylene plus cotton. Together these are like hybrid fabrics. Okay, it is a hybrid of two kind of fabrics, that is, one is polyester and cotton. Both are mixed to form more comfortable clothing. In the same way, polyester and wool both are mixed to form a hybrid fabric, which is more useful because it will have the advantages of both polyester and wool also. Then, as the name suggests, these are made by mixing two types of fibers. That is, as I said you, the same thing was written over here. Polycot is a mixture of polyester and cotton. Polywool is a mixture of polyester and wool. Why they mix usually? Tell me why they mix. Why they mix is we want to have the advantages of both the fabrics. Okay, polyester is having some advantages. This cotton is having some more advantages. When we want both of them to come, what will we do? They will mix both of them and they form a new fabric which has both the good qualities of these two fabrics. The same way, isn't it? See children, to make you understand more better, what I want to tell you is, see, you want to drink a milkshake. You want that milkshake to have banana flavor, as your favorite fruit is banana. Then what will your mom do? She cuts the pieces of banana, puts into the mixie jar, then she pours milk also, add little sugar into that, and she mixes it nicely. It becomes a banana smoothie which you love the most. See, simply if she gives you a cup of milk, you may not like so much. Simply if she offers a banana, you may tell, is this the only snack available for today? If simply she gives sugar, what will you say? I am not a small kid to eat simply the sugar. So what did she do? She want to blend all the taste of milk, sugar and banana together, and she creates a wonderful smoothie out of it. And when she gives you that, your eyes will lit up. Isn't it? Your eyes will be like wondering, wow, mom, today you have made banana smoothie for me. In the same way, see, they are mixing two things. Why? Because they want the advantages present in both kind of fabrics. They make a hybrid and this will be more better than even those two. Isn't it? Banana smoothie is better than a banana and milk also. Isn't it? That's why we are mixing. So just for your understanding, I have used this kind of example. Okay, then let us move on. Before moving on to acrylic, we will just list out what all we have learned regarding the polyester. See, polyesters are also another kind of synthetic fibers, isn't it? This is one more variety of synthetic fiber. In this, we have talked about terlin also. We talked about terlin. It is also a very popular polyester. And then we have talked about PET. PET bottles we have talked about. This PET is one more very famous form of polyester where they use PET to make storing jars and they use it to prepare water bottles, utensils, films, wires and so on. And then we talked about polyester means poly plus ester. That is, poly means many, ester is a chemical substance. So many repeated units of the ester is giving us the polyester. This ester is the thing which gives the fruits their own smell. Then some more we have learned like polycot. What is polycot? Polyester plus cotton. Isn't it, children? Polyester plus cotton. Okay. And then they talked about poly wool. Isn't it? What is it? Polyester plus wool. Polyester plus wool. Understood? So all these things we have talked about polyester till now. Okay. Then terrycot also they have talked about, that is nothing but terlin plus cotton. Okay. Now we are going to the next section, that is acrylic. Let us talk about acrylic. Let us read it out first. What is this acrylic? See, we wear sweaters and use shawls or blankets in the winter. Won't we wear? Even for school also, you will all be coming in sweaters, and when you are small, you are using the monkey caps also to cover your ears, isn't it? So we wear sweaters and use shawls or blankets in the winter. Why? To protect ourselves from the cold weather. Many of these are actually not made from natural wool. What do you think? These are all made up of wool, but they are telling no. Many of these are not at all actually made from natural wool, though they appear to resemble like wool. See, original wool is very, very costly. One sweater may cost you few thousands of rupees, whereas whenever we are going and buying a sweater, the shop person will say it's 600. Okay, when we bargain, he will sell it for 300 only, isn't it? If it is original wool, he can never give it for 300 rupees. Do you understand? Always these kind of fabrics were introduced because the natural ones are costing so much. Even in the case of silk, we have seen silk is very costly, but everybody wants to have a silk garment for themselves. So the scientists have created our rayon. Correct. Rayon is called as artificial silk, so that it comes for a cheaper rate and people can satisfy their wish of wearing a silk shirt or silk saree. Isn't it? In the same model, see this acrylic. This is used instead of wool. See, this is almost like artificial kind of wool. See, actually they are not at all made from natural wool, though they appear to resemble wool. Resemble means looks like wool. These are prepared from another type of synthetic fiber called acrylic. See, acrylic is almost like the duplicate of wool. So you never know that it is from acrylic. It is from acrylic. You think it's a woolen sweater only. The wool obtained from natural sources is quite expensive. I have told you, whenever the natural thing is expensive, people will think of preparing a similar kind of thing, okay, which comes at a cheaper cost. Have you seen in the market? Simply they will prepare some shoes and they put over it Adidas, and they print on it Nike, and they print on it what more? Big companies, they print over the shoes and all. Why? Seeing the brand name, people will think, oh, it's very costly. But everybody wants to wear an Adidas shoe, but everybody cannot afford to buy an Adidas. So what these people are doing, they are making their own kind of shoe which comes for a very cheaper rate, like 500 itself. They will be selling you the shoes, but Adidas thing is printed over it. Okay. In the same way, here also see, natural wool is quite expensive, whereas clothes made from acrylic are relatively cheap. They are available in a variety of colors. Synthetic fibers are more durable. Last class I have told you durability means longevity of the fabric. If you buy, it stays for years together if it is maintained properly. Don't tell me, ma'am, I want to cut it with a scissor. Can it stay still? No, that is not the case. When you maintain it properly, then it stays for a long time. That is called the durability. See, recently your sportswear was changed by the school. Why? Your old sportswear was not so durable. So many complaints have come regarding the sportswear. Sportswear is getting torn, or sportswear, it's not comfortable for the kids and all, and it is easily, when we wash it, it is losing its appearance. Okay, it is losing its shine. It is looking like a dull dress. So what the management has thought, okay, let us give some other nice sportswear which is more durable. Durable means it stays and looks nice for a longer time. So that is called durable and affordable. What is meant by affordability? That means it will be sold at a cheaper rate so that it can be afforded by so many people. Okay? Normal people also who are earning little less also can buy it. That is called affordable, which makes them more popular than the natural fibers. Obviously, isn't it? When natural fibers are very expensive, means costly. Expensive means costly. So whenever these natural fibers are very costly, they have invented these kind of synthetic fibers which almost looks like the natural fibers, and then they are creating so many garments out of it. Let us move on. You have already performed an activity of burning natural and synthetic fibers in class 7. I didn't teach you the chemistry there, but hope you have done this experiment. What did you observe? See, whenever you are burning a synthetic fiber, you find that their behavior is different from that of natural fibers. See what they are telling. Whenever you are burning a synthetic fiber, the fiber melts. The fiber melts on heating. Okay. The natural fiber just burns off, but this is an artificially created fiber which will melt on heating. See, this is dangerous because this is actually disadvantage of synthetic fibers. This is one of the, see, they are cheaper. That is the advantage. Whatever color we want, we can mix that in that color, and they are very cheap to buy also, and they are durable. That means we can use them for a long time, but the disadvantage is they melt on heating. So we need to be very careful with fire whenever we are wearing an artificial fiber, artificial fabric which is made out of synthetic fibers. We need to be very careful with fire. See, this is actually a disadvantage. If the cloth catches fire, it can be disastrous. That means it will melt and it will stick to your body immediately. It will melt and it will stick to your body. Then what happens? You can't get rid of that cloth and you will get burnt along with the cloth. If it is a cotton saree, immediately you can stop the fire, isn't it? But whereas this kind of artificial clothes, when you are wearing and working in a kitchen, you need to share this with your small younger sisters or brothers and your mother also. Don't wear synthetic clothes while working in the kitchen or in a laboratory. Why? If at all by mistake it catches the fire, means that's it. Very difficult, because the fabric itself melts and it gets sticks to your body. You can't get rid of it, so that your body also will start burning. So be very careful. Whenever we are working with fire, always better to wear natural fabric clothes, the garments made out of natural fabrics. Okay, with this we will stop this session for now, and in the next session we will be learning about the characteristics of synthetic fibers, various characteristics of the synthetic fibers. So in this we have learned about polyester and acrylic. Acrylic, what did you learn? It's an alternative. It's an alternative to wool. Like an alternative to wool, so many sweaters, shawls, mufflers, okay, gloves and all made of acrylic. Okay, so in the next video we will be going to characteristics of synthetic fibers. Till then, stay home, stay safe. I'll be giving you notes separately which I write neatly. Take a photograph and I'll post you in your WhatsApp group. Don't worry about the notes at all. Just concentrate and listen to the lesson as many times as possible. This is anyway recorded video. You can repeat the video and you listen to it again. Okay. Thank you kids. Stay home. Stay safe, my dear children.